Greensburg's skyline has changed significantly in recent years, yet innovative buildings are springing up throughout our region. Recently, the Master Builders Association honored the best of the best. There are too many of them to share today, so we've decided to focus on two of them. The new home of Industrial Scientific, perched above the Parkway West in Robinson Township, and Seton Hill University's Dance and Performance Center in the heart of downtown Greensburg, Westmoreland County. John Matchin is a senior project manager with Mascaro Construction Company, which was honored for its work on Industrial Scientific. Bill Hartle is senior project manager for P.J. Dick Corporation, which built the Seton Hill facility. And Jack Ramage is executive director of the Master Builders Association of Western Pennsylvania. Welcome. Good to have all three of you here.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
Great honor to be called out among all the peers. There's a lot of great building happening around our region, Jack.
Yeah, there really is. We've experienced a great construction boom here over the last few years, and we're looking for that to continue over the next few years. I think we're very fortunate. I mean, there's some great projects going on right now, so yeah.
Yeah, well, let's talk about a couple of them. First off, let's start with Industrial Scientific. You can't miss it if you're driving west to the airport or back to town. It's just right there on the Parkway West. So unusual because it's sort of a consolidated, it's their factory, it's their corporate center, it's kind of everything all in one. Does that pose special challenges when you're thinking about a project like that?
That's a great point. It is. It's in essence 3 buildings in one. You have a 5-story office building, you have a 6-story atrium that kind of joins them, it's wide open. And then you have the building that faces the Parkway is in essence their research and development, manufacturing and warehouse centers. So yeah, that presents challenges with all your infrastructure systems to make all that come together.
Yeah, well then you've got, of course you have a great architect to do a project like that, but then you had to work on a really interesting site. It was as visible a construction project, but perched right on the edge of the bluff heading down to the Parkway.
It wasn't hiding from anybody.
Well, yeah, it wasn't hiding from anybody. I mean, did the site pose problems? Were there any things you really had to deal with that are sort of out of the ordinary?
There were a few. It was a large cut, number one. It was on an old mine area, so there was a mine grouting effort to stabilize the soils there. But one of the most interesting things was to tie in the sanitary system. We actually had to we bored underneath the Parkway, underneath Campbell's Run, and had to tie into a manhole on the other side of the street. So that all happened without anybody knowing. That's a good thing.
The Parkway stayed open? People, all the trucks, all the cars, everything going back and forth, and you were tunneling under essentially to be able to do the tie-in.
We used the directional boring techniques that you see in the Marcellus gas industry. In fact, that was a problem. Traditional open cut and everything wouldn't have been an option here. You can't shut an artery down like that. So we investigated many different options and settled on that directional boring effort. And that, luckily for us, that everything went off without a hitch, and it was great.
That is crazy. I'd never heard about horizontal drilling being used in kind of that application. Let's talk too about Greensburg. I mean, Seton Hill has really played a leading role in the revitalization of the core of Greensburg. So what makes the new Dance and Performing Center special?
It's exactly that, Bill. It's the incorporation of the community, bringing really the Seton Hill campus down into the city of Greensburg. And during the process of the construction, what was great was getting the city of Greensburg involved in our construction meetings and talking about all the details, and educating them on the process and talking through all the infrastructure items that we needed to coordinate with the city. So that was a big.
And that's been a real partnership too there. You have the sort of the university wanting to do something and needing room, I guess, but also expanding into town, but the city really being willing to come to the table and work through the issues and the opportunities.
They were very enthusiastic. It was great. It was a great experience. All the time, everything was positive when we went through items with the city. It was great.
Any special things about the building of the project
The special things about the building is it definitely stands out in the city of Greensburg. When you go down through there, it's more of a modern type look to that building, where you have the old classic style courthouse and different things in downtown Greensburg. When you see our building, you know it. It definitely stands out, no doubt.
Well, there's now a little cluster of arts and culture right there. You've got the new art museum, you have the older performing arts, you've got this structure now, you have the old Palace Theater as well. It's turning into its own little cultural district these days, which is really exciting to see. Yeah, I wonder too, do you have to build a lot of factories? Does that kind of project come along very often?
No, I mean that's a special kind of a job, especially when you combine the 3 aspects of it, right? So certainly we've done factory facilities for people. We've done the MedRad facility up north. in our history. We just finished a job for Universal Electric Corporation, another local business, another Tech 50 company like Industrial Scientific is. So we do that, but this certainly was one of the most complicated.
Yeah, and it really reflects the breadth of the kind of construction and the kind of projects the local companies are doing here, Jack.
Yeah, our companies do pretty much across the board projects, highway, heavy projects on the river. We've really got a good core of contractors in our city and our membership that can do just about any type of project, and I think you can see that in the fact that there's not a lot of national firms that are in Pittsburgh doing projects, because our contractors are capable of doing just about any type of project here.
And for people who don't know the master builders, we should probably now at the end at least explain, where do you all fit into the whole construction industry here in our region?
We're a construction industry trade association, and we represent building construction contractors that do commercial, industrial, and institutional construction projects. We're a local branch or chapter of the Associated General Contractors of America's national association. We've been around since 1886, and we provide professional consulting services to our members in the area of safety, labor relations, wage information, legislation, education, you name it.
Very cool. Long time doing it, and obviously doing it well. Jack Ramage from the Master Builders, John Mackin from Mascaro Construction, Bill Hartle from PJ Dick. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Absolutely. When we return, developing the diverse workforce of the future by investing in our best and brightest minority students today. Stay with us.